Time for the second game of the night in Boston. Villanova and Duke set to tip it off. Let's send you there live and join Vern Lundquist and Bill Raftery.
And we thank you, Greg. Welcome back to Boston. Villanova, 28 wins on the year, the third seed in the East. And the Duke Blue Devils, 30 wins on the year. The winner of this one will meet Pittsburgh on Saturday for a berth in the Final Four. Vern Lundquist, Bill Raftery. Interesting that Jay Wright, Mike Krzyzewski see in their respective teams great similarities.
They both switch a lot. They both play loose, and the ability to dribble, drive, and find whoever creates and makes shots will walk away with a win.
I'll clean this up before we get going too far.
It was upsetting me.
Oh, yeah, I knew it was. I didn't want to distract you. Jay Wright is the head coach in his 8th season as Villanova Wildcat boss, 4th Sweet 16. And the starting 5 for the Wildcats: Scotty Reynolds, Reggie Redding, a defensive specialist, Dwayne Anderson, Dante Cunningham, and Shane Clark complete the Wildcats starting 5 out of the Big East. And for Duke out of the ACC, John Shire at the point now, Elliott Williams, Gerald Henderson, Kyle Singler, and Lance Thomas. The head coach, Mike Krzyzewski, 29th season at Duke, and the 18th Sweet 16 appearance. Officiating crew tonight: Carl Hess, J.D. Collins, and Mike Stewart. Tonight's game is brought to you in HDTV by Harris Corporation, the world leader in broadcast systems for high-definition television and mobile media. 11th meeting between the two. 4th meeting in the NCAA. Duke has won the last 5 battles between these two.
And for Lundquist, Villanova goes.
Scotty Reynolds picks up John Shire. This is Henderson. Guarded by Shane Clark. Shire backs it out, goes right side. Into the corner. Henderson tries to drive. Good defense, Reggie Redding. And there's the first block of the game. Thomas has it for Duke. Shire thinks about a 3. Takes one. It's off the mark. And Villanova gets the first rebound of the game. Left side. Kind of a lazy pass. Here's the 3. Not there. And Henderson skies for the rebound.
Some interesting matches as we look around. Reynolds is one of those who's going to play bigger. He's on Singler underneath the rim. I think they got to take advantage of those mismatches when they occur. Duke, that is.
Henderson, Shire for 3.
Can't get too many open looks, can you? Beautiful stroke and range.
John Shire in the tournament now 7 of 14 from 3-point range. That's in the first 2 games and the first minute and a half of this one. Reynolds, nice adjustment. Doesn't get the roll, and it's taken down by Henderson. Here's Shire.
Oh, they almost got him there.
No call.
He does do a good job faking. Nice pass to Thomas. And 1.
Beautiful entry pass from Elliott Williams, the 6'4" freshman from Memphis, Tennessee.
It is interesting. He went in the lineup. He guards. He doesn't make mistakes. Doesn't force the issue. Shire under total control. The extra pass and then a dive to the box. And Thomas, who just does what he's asked. Screens, tips things, does a very good job in his role.
Thomas to make it a 3-point play. Dwayne Anderson gets the rebound. Villanova looking for its first basket of the ball game.
That's his shot, too. Kind of a nice hustle, did I say before? Simultaneous, maybe. Pretty good dive by Anderson.
Basket counts, Bill.
Well, I'll tell you what. I don't think the timing was perfect. I think they should wipe the goal out and call the foul. But that's why we're here and they're there. And I think the Wildcats will take that deuce.
Foul is on Shane Clark. Full court pressure. A little bit of pressure applied by Villanova.
And they do a good job of that 3/4 court press. Try and rush you into some things and get you deeper into the shot clock before you start your offense.
The last call was a non-shooting foul. Here's the steal. Cunningham.
Most improved. Steadily climbing as a performer. Both ends of the floor. Great anticipation.
Just to clarify again, that was a non-shooting foul called simultaneous with the basket. So the basket counts. The foul on Shane Clark. And there's no free throw allowed. Here's Henderson. Singler from the corner.
Well, that's what they do well. Get in the lane, collapse it, and kick. And Singler, generally, a good response from deep.
Shane Clark with a rebound. Wildcats trailing by 1.
See, I think you can put it on the floor, on the perimeter, particularly against Shire.
Reynolds for 3.
Wow. Everybody in the lane, the kick out. Scotty on the money.
Villanova 7 unanswered to grab a 2-point lead. There's Shire Thomas with the screen.
And there's that automatic switch. And sometimes you can elevate and get the wrong mismatch.
Redding now on Williams. Here's Scotty Reynolds defending Shire. Thomas.
Dribble handoff. This is one of their tough plays to defend. A nice step through by Henderson.
Rebound Villanova.
They're going to have to do a good job. Redding, Anderson on the wings because Cunningham's going to be busy.
Single on Reynolds this trip. A little too strong with the shot. Henderson for Duke. Here's Shire. They're not shy about running up and down the court.
Now, we mentioned a similar, not a good one. We're that far from the goal. Small change to number 22, Dwayne Anderson with the nickel dimer.
Well, take a look at these two. They really are, in many respects, mirror images. Points per game are close. Field goal percentage.
The numbers.
Yeah.
Mike Krzyzewski doesn't have as many buttons on his suits, though, as Jay does. It's one distinct difference. He's got the wins, though.
Ryan Zubek is on the floor now during the dead ball. Tipped. Redding for Villanova. Shire's back.
He makes good decisions generally.
Kick in the corner. Singler defending. Cunningham jumper from 16. No. Oh, follow is good.
How about that? Shane. He got that foul earlier. Clark attacking on the follow. Nobody put a body on him.
9-5 Wildcats.
Zubek on the floor. He does a lot of ball screening. Look at that. Shot the gap by Reynolds.
Another steal for Villanova. Here's Scotty Reynolds. And a really cheap foul on Nolan Smith. Shane Clark with the putback. And Villanova has assumed a lead of 9-5. All right, Greg, we've got Villanova leading by 4 here with 15:37 to go first half.
And Vern, Duke has gone very big. And Zubek, Singler up front with Thomas. So see if they pound it in at the other end and if the dribble drive is effective against this lineup.
Redding. Cunningham. Zubek is guarding him. There's a body. Zubek did a nice job.
Now this is one. Good call. I thought it was going to be an over the back. Good call.
And the possession arrow points toward Villanova.
Now, Mike was saying yesterday how a lot of their guys have started to do things to help them win. They may not score. Zubek, the case in point with that block before. And we mentioned Thomas doing some things, and of course, Williams as well.
Zubek was a starter for much of the early part of the season. Here's Scotty Reynolds. How about look at that mismatch?
They got the arms around because of it. Smith, that's
is that Nolan Smith? Yeah. That's 2, and those are 2 really cheap fouls.
Well, the difficulty is on a switch. Who is going to guard the bigger guy? And are they good in their post defense? And you know what? I don't think that should have been called. Good footwork, step. They had weak side support.
But you were just praising the officials during the timeout.
You know, occasionally they overlook some things. And occasionally they pick on these guys. I thought that was a little cheap. Look at
my!
That's when you alert, though. Anderson en route to the rim in case there was a shot. The beneficiary.
Dwayne Anderson, the senior, 11 unanswered now for Villanova.
Here's that ball screen. You don't want Henderson to turn the corner.
Shire.
Nice offense.
He gets Scotty Reynolds in the air. See if Reynolds gets the foul. He does.
You know, I'm going to age myself because I think he plays something gives that Walt Frazier play at the other. But here's a little break for Villanova. Shire and Henderson, too, pump you in the air, and they stay in their area to get the foul. Very intelligent plays.
You made yourself that much.
Well, Frazier for us, but you never know. Last 10 years, some of these people may not remember.
Oh, goodness.
But Shire, playing the point has changed everything, don't you think?
Yes.
And think of the courage and confidence as a coach to do that.
Well, that decision to make the change came here February 15th. They lost to Boston College, and Mike Krzyzewski decided to put Greg Paulus on the bench. He brought Elliot Williams onto the floor, moved Shire to the point, and he told us yesterday that Shire, among other things, is a great communicator. And he said, and no knock on Greg Paulus, who's meant a great amount to Duke, but he said, I don't have to call timeout and put a tight end in with the play.
Isn't that interesting? He understands the stuff and a natural leader. Nice pull up here.
In and out, and Henderson with a rebound. Henderson, whose choice of universities came down to either Villanova or Duke. Jay Wright thought he was going to get him.
How about that check out, too, at the end by Fisher here. Now, they've got their combo point guards in now. Fisher, terrific getting the lane. He's got a floater. And, of course, Scotty Reynolds, dynamite getting to the rim. Puts a lot of pressure on Singler here. Look at this. Nice.
Oh, beautiful pass. But there's Zubek defending.
Nice job closing it.
Jumper. No. Oh.
How about that? Williams skying it.
Elliot Williams. Shire.
Peace.
Fouled. Is he going to shoot three? I believe he will.
So.
Yep.
Fisher was there, but just wants to go straight up.
1 week from tonight on CBS, Survivor returns to its regular night with an all-new elimination episode that you won't want to miss. Next Thursday on CBS, America's most watched network.
Yeah, the other comment that Mike made, he said they're similar to us. They're no position guys. Everybody is multi-positional. They rotate around the floor. And over the years, I think that's what Mike likes the most with kids who are very flexible, can handle it, make some decisions off their creativity, and of course ring the bell.
Jon Scheyer is the #3 all-time most successful free throw shooter in Duke history over his career, which is now in its 3rd year. Jon Scheyer has hit 86% from the line.
And McClure, one of those guys that's coming in, he guards, blocks shots.
I did it again.
Yep, yeah, absolutely.
On a roll.
How about that?
Scotty Reynolds.
Boy, did he get some movement on that play. Extraordinary.
Here's David McClure, role player for Duke.
Nice move.
Nice defense. And out to Shire. Here's McClure, passes on the thought of the three. Shire rejected.
Well, what a great effort collectively by Villanova. And then the ability on the other end, and this is the problem, containing these quick and just explosive guards. One, the jump stop there, very legal, and the ability to elevate and drift. Nobody can block it.
Williams. McClure moving toward the basket. They kick it in the corner. Singler. Rebound Anderson.
That's a great clean look for them, though.
Jumper from way outside.
Well, he'll do that. Reminds you of Fields a little, right?
Yeah, Levance Fields hit one from long range to give Pittsburgh the lead late in the game, and then it was a steal and a layup. Secured the victory as they defeated Xavier.
That is a nice little play. They hand up, give Singler an opportunity to shoot it or drive. Pretty. A great set play. Takes like he's going to screen down and then turns and comes over the top.
Corey Fisher, Scotty Reynolds, Anderson, Shane Clark.
Automatic switch.
Redding on the floor for Villanova.
Singler automatic switching ended up in some tough situations.
Singler goes for the steal. Shot is not there. McClure, nice job.
Good, solid job. Both teams getting good looks, though.
Yeah.
You think? Not forcing shots. Now look who's playing Thomas, Reynolds. And Jay just mixes it up.
Yep.
Whoever's in your area you start with.
So here it is. It's Thomas and Reynolds.
And now he's
There's a switch. Yep. Singler. Shire in the corner, guarded by Redding, who was probably their best defender. Alley-oop. Nice out sorts.
Wow. Collectively, doing a great job on the post entry.
11:49 to go first half. This is Kyle Singler. Nice shot.
You know, I come home from work, I turn on the television and listen to these pundits talk about the fact that American car companies cannot build a car that Americans want. Saturn builds cars that Americans want to buy. Saturn has 4 different models that lead their segments in highway fuel economy. And we have 2 of the most affordable hybrids on the road. We bought our competitors' cars, and we invited our customers to come in to drive the competition. And we found that nothing sells a Saturn faster. At Saturn, we get it. That's why we're offering 0% APR for 60 months on most 09 vehicles.
When you're enjoying the great Pilsner taste of a Miller Lite.
Greg Gumbel in New York, updating what's happening in Glendale. The Missouri Tigers are on a 13-5 run. J.T. Tiller leading the way. He has 13 points. Missouri has a 39-33 lead. Under 4 minutes to play in the first half. Vernon Raft.
Okay, Greg, thank you. 11:49 to go first half here. Singler and Shire will get a rest. Corey Stokes and Jason Kalender on the floor now for Villanova. And Corey Fisher at the point. Here's Cunningham, guarded by Zubek.
They feel he might be able to blow by, and Zubek holds his ground pretty good.
Anderson, loose ball, saves it.
And on the other end now, it's going to be a lot of Henderson, I think, on ball screens. And they don't have a lot of offensive weapons on the floor right now.
Here's Zubek. Henderson down under the basket. McClure.
Got a piece.
Tipped. So that will be Duke ball. Coming up on AT&T at the half, Greg Gumbel and company will take you out for a live look at Missouri and Memphis. I'll get you caught up on all the latest tournament news, plus an AT&T Naismith Watch update. That's all coming up on AT&T at the half. Nolan Smith, only player with fouls for Duke on the floor or on the bench. He's got 2.
And here they go. They're going to ride him. See if they can help.
Anderson.
Tough shot.
There was.
Great D. He can elevate, though, and get a good look. I thought he should have a nice run out here to Cunningham.
Too far into the basket. And there's Zubek to make it even more difficult. And Zubek cleans up the loose ball. Kind of a lull in the action here.
The team's struggling a little bit on both ends of the floor. Duke, terrific defensive team. Confuse you with the switches as well.
Duke is 3 of 12 shooting the ball. Lance Thomas sets the high screen. Smith goes right. Here comes Henderson, curls out. 5 on the shot clock. Henderson, there's Cunningham. From the corner, Smith. At the buzzer.
Boy, they checking out great Villanova. Perfect triangle inside on the misses.
Corey Stokes on the floor now for Villanova and Fisher. They're the first 2 men off the bench. And the foul is called on Henderson.
That's interesting. Cunningham's loading up on Zubek. I think he's got to come to the foul line if he's going to do any damage for Villanova. I think the size has deterred Cunningham, but you can see Fisher, pretty smart, huh? Get the guy up in the air.
Midway through the first, and the first trip to the line for Villanova. Corey Fisher will shoot 2. One more.
St. Pat's, Elizabeth, Kevin Boyle, the coach. They just won the state championship in New Jersey. 6'2" kid.
Shire, Singler are back on, joining Henderson. And Fisher shoots 1 more.
Well, it's so good to have 1 point guard like a Scotty Reynolds. How about 2 with Fisher?
Yes.
And then they slide Reynolds, who really has a good offensive mind, to the 2 spot.
Now Shire, Singler, Zubek, Elliott Williams, and Henderson for Duke.
Well, Shire with Reynolds now. I think he can elevate if he's just is patient and get it to him. With that jumper.
Screen set. Singler, fade away, too strong, tipped. Villanova, another rebound.
Boy, solid.
Fisher, yes. Watch exclusive video of Amen Corner Live, plus 15 and 16 live. And bonus coverage of the entire field with Masters Extra. That's CBSSports.com/Masters Live and Masters.com.
Spring is here, huh?
It always is when you see the azaleas down there.
That's a little pinch post pass and pretty good D again by Cunningham that time.
Villanova by 4. Shire.
So very good without the ball. He's having trouble getting free for entries. And Henderson, there's going to be a foul. Yep.
And it comes with 7 on the shot clock.
Corey Stokes got caught behind. You got to be physical, but at some point you've got to get the angle and lead them across the lane, and you just get trapped under there. Very simple for the officials.
That's the 16th foul, so Duke goes to the bonus next time there is a foul on Villanova.
And that's one of their features when you think of them. 9 minutes to go. Tough shot.
Oh, beauty. Zubek.
Playing with confidence. A little bit of stack set. Baseline rubs. So this is where I think he could do some damage.
Off the mark with that jumper. And Singler for the rebound. And a chance for Duke now to tie or take the lead.
It was interesting listening to Mike yesterday about Singler, that he's learning how to face the basket. They talk about how he does so many things. He said he's still learning. He's played underneath in high school.
Henderson, there's the help coming. Back outside, Shire for three.
Tell you what, I would have zoomed back right there. Go up with it, baby.
Reynolds follow around the world and through.
And what happened is Shire was taken under the glass with the dribble drive, unable to rebound. Good hustle play by the Cats.
Lance Thomas getting ready to reappear for the Blue Devils.
Stokes done a good job so far on Henry. Here's a nice ball screen slip. Another one. That's one of the pet plays. And Singler drifts for the open look.
Off the iron. Duke is 4 of 18, Bill.
And as we noted earlier, they're shots. They're taking good ones.
Zubek picks up a cheapie. 17-13 Villanova. Take a look at the circuitous trip this one takes.
Cumberland, New York, in Glendale, Missouri's J.T. Tiller continues to ravage the Memphis defense. Off the cut, the layup, 2 of his 15. Missouri with a 43-34 lead, under a minute and a half to play. Vernon Raff, back to you.
All right, Greg, recognize that familiar face, Rolly Massimino.
Rolando, his grandson Tommy. Of course, Jay's one of his disciples. He's the mentor. Does a great job at Northwood University this year. They got in the tournament once more, the NAI, 3rd year in a row. And he's been coach of the year a few times, too. As Singler gets a small change on Cunningham.
Rolly Massimino's run with this Villanova team, one of the great stories in NCAA tournament history. They defeated Georgetown in the final, a brilliantly executed game, and John Thompson is here doing radio. So they had a chance to reacquaint themselves.
And they actually hug now, when they didn't even talk to one another in those days.
Rolly's hugging everybody.
Oh, yeah. I know you have a story about that.
Oh, yeah.
A nice step through.
Given time.
Yep.
And it's a 6-point Villanova lead. Anderson has 8.
Oh, look at this kid explode.
Wow.
Oh, love it.
Gracious.
Coming to his dominant hand, Vern. Nobody showed the speed, the extraordinary strength at the rim, and taking the hit, and it looks like his hand is hurting him as well.
Yep.
On the follow-through, you can see no one at home, and that takes a lot of courage. Get it done, and then take the hit, and don't worry about it.
Still showing signs of pain in that left hand, and he will shoot the free throw.
And as you know, it's an area that he's going to have to do some work in the next couple of years, and he will.
47% at the line over the season. .6:55 to go. Redding.
Tough. And see, that's the advantage I think they have on some of these matchups. Singler is a terrific player. That's a tough task for him to stop.
Here's Henderson. Saw a brief glimpse of his dad, Gerald Henderson Sr. a moment ago. And that's out of bounds. Henderson Sr., one of the great plays in Boston Celtic history at the Old Garden. He stole the ball from James Worthy Game two. Yeah, against the Lakers. They were about to go down 3, and Gerald Henderson made the layup, tie the game. They won it in overtime. I saw reference to it this morning as the greatest steal in Celtic history.
How about that?
Even more than
Havlicek stole the ball.
Yeah, Johnny Most,
right?
And then Larry.
Yeah,
they said, with due apologies to Havlicek and Larry, Henderson's steal was the greatest steal in Celtic history.
And you saw the pain because someone's called for a charge on that last drive. A nice story about the family today.
Fisher for 3. Nope. Lance Thomas. 5-point margin, 6:04 to go first half.
Now look at the mismatch here with Reynolds, and he fights. And of course the weak side helped just a little bit late. Cunningham gets nailed.
Dante Cunningham called for the foul. That's his first.
A good read. I think you have to take advantage of any time they put this small of a man on you. And Singler, a guy who we mentioned in high school, played with his back to the basket. He understands that as well. And a good little call by the maestro. I guess you don't win all those NCAA games and national championships if you don't know what you're doing. And just think, I made him what he is today. I gave him a lot of wins when I was at Seton Hall. He was at Army. And look what it's done for him.
Well, what's the win total at now? 833. He's blessed him with about 4 of those.
5 of them, I'm sure. A number of them anyhow.
Singler way outside. Perfect.
And boy, did we see that in the first game. The ability of the big guy to come down the floor and stick it. And Brown did it in the first game for Xavier early on, and a nice read on the kickback.
Duke cuts the margin to 2. Now Fisher still operating at the point, guarded by Williams. Little crossover. Good defense from Lance Thomas to come in.
Yeah, they got what they want, a mismatch, or they can go opposite.
Well, Stokes, nope.
Well, that's his game, though. That deep jack. Nice.
Cunningham, elbow, and a blocking foul called on Lance Thomas.
Well, I like to call it when it happens, and I thought that was a pretty good read defensively. On the lob. Well, that's a bang-banger. Either guy's going to be banned for goes against the right stuff. Fisher's got to make the call, but they're both so well schooled at anticipating help side defense. And yeah, I don't think that right foot was quite down, but a good read defensively and an excellent pass to the box.
Dante Cunningham at the line. Zubak back on for Lance Thomas.
Shire and Singler communicating.
I just saw that.
I want to run the other end.
It really looked like they were using sign language.
Yeah, it did. It was a secretive type of meeting, right?
Here's Singler. Under 5 to play first half. Villanova Duke had a 3-game series, 98, 99, 2000. But Duke, as we said, has won the last 5, including 2-1 in NCAA play. Here's McClure.
Singler always busy. Such a tough kid to defend. Down to 2.
1-0. Got it away. Air ball, shot clock violation. And that's about the 3rd time they've gotten close to shot clock violation.
And the reason is the defense.
Yeah.
And they're trying to run their stuff, but Villanova with all the switching, the hustling, the mismatches, the fronting, the weak side help, extraordinary. And these guys very well versed early on here.
Jay Wright, in his 8th season, was an assistant to Rollie Massimino for a number of years, joining him after that national championship game 24 years ago.
Never wore a white shirt with all the tomato sauce that Rollie served him in the old days. Goodness. He had to cook for him, believe it or not. That was part of the deal. One thing Rollie cooked is the defense.
Well, Jay Wright, he was telling us the other day, they played UCLA, of course, in the 2nd round, and right before the game began, Rollie Massimino was behind the Villanova huddle. He hollered at Jay. So Jay said, he's my old coach. Walked up in the stands, got a hug from Rollie. He says, now let them play relaxed. Let them play their game. And Jay said, what are you telling me that for? you never did. And then Ben Howland in UCLA came out, and he heard Rollie say, Ben. Next thing he knows, Howland's in the the stands getting a hug from Rowley.
Well, Rowley likes to spread the wealth and charm. Nice play at the other end. Unfortunately, Duke couldn't convert.
Shane Clark had to go through his hands. 3:35 to go. McClure, Singler, Shire, Williams, and Zubak.
A nice little job. Shire very clever at using that screen, yo-yoing back and forth, hide and seek.
Quick hands of Shane Clark, almost got the steal.
You can see the tough matchup out here. They are struggling away from the rim. Under 10 again.
6 of 22 from the field. 5 on the shot clock. Wow.
How about this? As efficient as you've seen Duke, they are struggling on the offensive end.
Redding. Zubak with a foul. Great tenacity defensively for the Wildcats of Villanova out of the Big East. They lead Duke by 5. Villanova by 5 with 2:58 to go in the first half. Duke scored the first 5 points of the game, then Villanova scored 11 unanswered. See the field goal problems for Duke. 6 of 23, 2 of 11 from 3, and they're also being out-rebounded.
And really having trouble getting organized on the offensive end. Smith on the floor now enables everybody to get to a different position. We'll see if Shire plays off the ball a little bit more just to get him going. You know, Mike sort of tinkering with getting the proper lineup, played big for a while, then mixed it up.
Already UConn has advanced to the Elite Eight, so has Pittsburgh. Villanova trying to join them as another Big East team. 3 #1 seeds in the Big East this year. Shire, 1 of 8 from the field.
They did a nice job on Henderson.
Henderson's 0 for 5. Nolan Smith gets that little floater.
And Singler with a terrific look.
5-point game, 2.5 to go.
Nice little get out of the timeout.
Hit with a come-from-behind victory. Levance Fields, the hero of that. He hit a huge 3 from way outside, then a steal and a layup to secure the victory as Pittsburgh won 60-55. Oops. Scramble.
Nice hustle.
Corey Stokes. Singler. Defending.
And they go the other way. We're going to wipe it out. Sonny Lee did. Stokes thinks he's going to the foul line for a 3-point play. You know, the one thing that Villanova does, they have so many people that can take you off the dribble. The defense of Duke has the normal impact. You know, they're trying to shoot gaps and steal the ball. They're trying to front and really get after people on the box area, and it has not had any impact.
Good defensive job by Lance Thomas. Here's Shire, Singler, Nolan Smith, Lance Thomas, and Henderson, who has been guarded closely, to put it mildly, by Reggie Redding for the most part. Singler.
Tough shot. Nice space dribble low.
Jacks it down in the corner. Villanova ball.
Well, they have to work for every look, though, right now, Duke. And usually they have a high-efficiency offense, the ability to get in and really collapse defenses, find people.
Fisher works the point.
That automatic switching on each side of the floor.
Off the glass, no. On the floor.
Got a jump ball.
Yes, hell ball, possession arrow, Duke.
Henderson just automatic helping on the weak side. Ended up jamming it up. And just the skirmish after is, I think, Mike called a timeout.
Krzyzewski does call time with 1:16 to go before the break.
DirecTV.
Here's the question. Are you as mad as a drink? With real Coke taste and 0 calories? Prove it. Upload your videos at tastethemadness.com and get mad famous. Mike Krzyzewski, 29th year, 3 national titles in the NCAA tournament. 93 games.
Unbelievable. Just incredible. Look at those names there. Giveaway. You know, Vern, I had the good fortune of the Olympic trials out in Las Vegas as we look at these names, and I was there seated between Chuck Daly and Lenny Wilkins. And Mike D'Antonio, look at Olsen, Knight, Smith. Mike D'Antonio was telling everybody what they planned to do, what they were working on. Mike had sent them over. So Mike came over and he said, there's something wrong with this picture here. Daly, Hall of Fame, Wilkins, Hall of Fame. What's that guy in the middle doing here? Which happened to be me.
He was the successful coach at Seton Hall.
He's got a great sense of humor, and what he did with that Olympic team is just incredible.
8-0 in Beijing, and of course he also had Jim Boeheim helping him out. And it was a 3-year project.
Great representatives too. The kids that were marvelous representing the country.
Jay Wright, the Villanova coach, has never met Coach K's team before. There's the medal ceremony, and Jay Wright was telling us Jay's been involved in USA basketball with the Pan Am Games and World University Games, and he said that Mike Krzyzewski wrote him after each game, not each game, but each experience. Here's the tip. And he said he so appreciated the gesture from Krzyzewski to Jay Wright, to a younger coach.
Well, he thanks everybody for their involvement, you know, for the country. Of course, West Point graduate, everything means so much to him as well as the rest of us, obviously. And they got a clear out going the other way.
Offense.
Ooh. Yeah, this
indicated with emphasis.
Yeah, I think he was upset at it. You know, yeah, a little chicken arm, and I guess I can see why. But you get the feeling Duke is sort of working this towards halftime. You know, just to make some changes and get more involved, just right down a little bit. Villanova's just been incredibly tough defensively.
About a 9-second differential. Shot clock, game clock.
Which would make you catch it, Duke.
McClure's back on. Switches on to Fisher. No shot there. That's touch last by Duke. So 13 on the shot clock for Villanova. Timeout called by the Wildcats. And it comes with 22.8 to go first half. Crowd here. Equally good Villanova crowd. As we mentioned, they met 3 times in actually 96, 97, and 2000. The last time these guys met in the NCAAs was in Providence, 1978. Duke won, and that was the team that featured our colleagues, Jim Spanarkel and Mike Jaminski.
How about that? And Bill Foster was the coach.
Yes, and Gene Banks was still on the team.
Tinkerbell. Kenny Bernard, right?
Kenny Bernard with the first backward slam dunk in NCAA history. I was told that today.
Is that right?
A lot of research.
This is a big trip.
Yes, it is.
Get the confidence going. Get a little excitement going into the halftime. Late again. Down to 3.
Yes, they are. Oh, boy. All kinds of problems.
Well, they really have not run their offense efficiently.
So Duke scored the first 5. Villanova answered with 11 in a row, and they bled throughout. We'll send you to Greg Gumbel with AT&T at the half after this message and a word from your local station.
CBS Sports exclusive coverage of the Men's Basketball Championship is sponsored by Fidelity Investments, Universal Pictures Fast and Furious, Chevy, and by Miller Lite.
We are back in Boston. We're in the Garden, the new Garden, right next door to the location of the old one. 26-23 at the half. Really impressive Villanova defense.
Defense and the inability to make some shots. Some clean looks for Duke, but their mainstays have really struggled, Vern. They've had opportunities, and I'm sure Mike's going to run some different things. Maybe get it inside and do some damage there.
Here's the in-game box score powered by CBS College Sports Network. Cable's home for NCAA March Madness.
You see the low numbers there. Shire Singular, and of course Henderson. Guys that can shoot and ring the bell, but how about this? Roughly, huh?
Henderson 0 for 5.
3 for 20.
Yeah, 3
right?
for 20.
Unbelievable. I mean, these are guys that can bang it down, score readily. We're talking about guys getting 14, 16, and 16 points each. That's amazing.
Yes. Well, Duke, 5 games in 8 days to get into the tournament, or actually including their first 2 in the tournament down at Greensboro. And this Villanova team up by 3 at the break. Set for the start of the second half. Duke scored the first 5 of the game. Villanova scored the next 11. And they've held the lead throughout. Up by 3. Scotty Reynolds, Reggie Redding, Shane Clark, Cunningham, and Anderson on the floor for Villanova.
It looks like Duke's extending a lot more pressure on the ball. Step back, they got a walker charge. Well, Anderson, number 3, if I'm not mistaken.
That is number 3, yes.
Just the understanding of how to get your feet in position to do some damage, huh? Everything negated by... I think it all started with the pressure at half court.
There's Williams, Henderson, Singler, Shire, and Lance Thomas on the floor for the Duke Blue Devils.
There's that jump stop. How about that? Well, speaking of mainstays, huh? Use the ring, big fella. A little blow by. A nice call there. Did you notice that? Remember the Smith incident we right from Maryland? We'll get to it in a minute, Mark.
Here's Redding. Nice defense.
And of course, negated by a good slide by, huh?
Yes.
Redding. Best decision maker is what Jay said. Defender, maybe the premier one as well.
Yeah, Jay Wright also said, you know, he's got the reputation as the defender, but we think he's a scoring threat as well. Henderson, ball away, no sir. Well, picked up by Scotty Reynolds. This is Shire defending Reynolds, now Singler.
Shire was caught up, but Cunningham gets out late. Nice pass. How about that?
Met Redding.
Yeah, took advantage of Cunningham. Just become an unerring type shooter, medium range.
Singler.
He's going to have to be Cunningham with the dribble, I think. Now he spreads to the other corner for the kick.
Here's Shire. Cunningham out on him. That's for 3. Shooting woes continue. Redding.
Nice.
Oh, beautiful find. Wow.
Well, that's what happens when you run the floor. Clark leaked out. Everybody paying attention to business on the offensive end for Duke. And Mike Krzyzewski not happy with their pursuit to the other end.
That ties the biggest lead, 7.
Well, Vern, we've been late on occasion. Certainly not at closing time, but you can see all the white shirts down here. And right here, the bad gamble by Williams to help out and leave and bear the back court. I mean, you can just see everybody late coming down and a bad gamble, and that caused the timeout. Mike Krzyzewski not accustomed to that type of defense.
Henderson still looking for his first field goal of the night. Inbound for Shire. Here's Singler.
Henderson trying to back his guy in. Clark gets nailed for it.
That's Shane Clark's second.
Are you surprised by the defense for Villanova? I mean, they're more of a wide-open team when you think of it.
Yeah. But, you know, playing the schedule they played in the Big East, I mean, it's just... And a foul.
It should be non-shooting, yeah. Good call. So you think it's the competition as well?
I think so. Yeah, I think they are tested twice a week from the beginning of January. You know, it's interesting to me, Bill. There was so much focus on Pitt and UConn most of the year, and then all of a sudden Louisville toward the end of the year they got off to the slow start, and Villanova, to whatever degree one can in the Big East, was kind of below the radar. The radar, yeah, I think so.
Well, this is what you got to do. Get the easy stuff. Thomas here. I think it was just a bang. And a little belly chuck. Syracuse, another one that was under the radar.
Exactly.
But now you want to get back in the game, and it's the little things that can help you if you're Duke. Just be more aggressive. And here's he fall. He got banged by Clark. That's what happened. And then he hit Redding.
Lance Thomas goes to the line.
I saw Brandon Knight, the assistant and a former great player at Pitt, at halftime, and he was just saying the guards at Villanova give you fits. you know, defensively. And he thinks that's what the problem for Duke has been. You know, they're just tenacious, they're aggressive, and they come at you from all different angles.
Antonio Pena is on the floor. That is his first appearance, and he replaces Shane Clark. Team fouls now in this half, 4-0. Thomas. And the margin is 6. Duke now with a little full court pressure.
The danger of this is the ability to get open shots and blow by people. You want to extend to be tough. And make sure you don't commit and gamble. Well, look at it.
Redding. Oh, beautiful.
And that was all set up by an ankle breaker from the top. Just tough to keep him out of the lane.
Pena gives Villanova its largest lead of the ball game. Williams, Shire, tough catch, no call. There's the dish to Thomas. Short. Thomas got the foul.
Boy, was that great defense. Boy, Jay's guys swarming with unbelievable attitude. And that's the breakdown with the bounce. You see the little peek and done it with the finish. I just love the penetration, and Shire at a disadvantage as he was backpedaling, not wanting to get the hands involved, and Thomas gets number 3 after the aggressive rebound by the Cats.
So Thomas gets a spot on the bench, and now Henderson picks up the foul.
He's got to be careful too.
That's his 3rd.
And that little show of emotion once in a while, an official might, I'm glad they didn't, obviously. Right here at the end, listen.
3 fouls on Henderson. Scotty Reynolds. All the way. Oh, my goodness.
Well, they have that ability, no question about it. And that's what opens up 3-point shots when they drive and collapse you. Nice
double-digit lead, and a foul is going to be called on Anderson, I believe.
I think it was Redding. Yeah. I think it may have been Redding.
It is Redding. Yes.
You can just see here, even the help defense is a little bit lacking. Don't step up in time. And one thing that Scotty can do, he attacks. He's got that mentality. Take it to you consistently.
5 team fouls on Villanova.
Just making every catch tough.
Pena out on Henderson.
And boy, he had Shire and didn't look at him.
Smith. There's Singler curling across.
Got it clear.
Singler moving all the time without the ball.
Yeah, oh, he's fantastic. I think of Havlicek because they were in Boston Garden. Same kind of energy. And at post-up, they missed him.
Errant pass. 5 on the shot clock again. Smith.
Well, they can't get anything going right now. And nobody back. Nice play.
What a dish. The tip no good. Loose ball. Villanova ball.
Boy, they are just taking. How often have you seen this? I can't remember a Duke team not being involved, and the guy that takes the action to you. The Cats just keep coming, swarming, playing great basketball thus far.
CBS Sports exclusive coverage of the Men's Basketball Championship is sponsored by TIAA Cref and by Saturn.
We are back in Boston. Pitt and UConn have advanced to the Elite 8. 5 Big East teams. Look at the bottom line, will you? The Onions count is now at 5, and we had a double order the other night in Sienna's game. Congratulations.
Yeah, well, yeah. Well, right now, I think Duke's got to step it up and show their
Onions
intestinal fortitude. Yeah, thank you. But it's a key time, I think, right now, this juncture of the game. They got to step up defensively and get some harmony on that offensive end. But boy, right now, it's just being decimated by driving and finding or finishing.
Corey Stokes. Shire kicks it back outside. Paulus is on the floor now.
How about that?
And he can shoot.
Hey, this kid, we all admire him so much. Started all his career. And this year, for the betterment of the team and whatnot, has just done whatever he's been asked. So, great leadership qualities and stepping right in. And he's trying to get them involved here.
That stopped a 12-1 run. Did Greg Paulus's three-pointer. It's 38-29. Paulus, the senior out of Syracuse, New York, started for most of his career. And just to reiterate the story, at Boston College County Forum, after they lost for the second game in a row, Duke, Mike Krzyzewski decided to make a change, move Shire to the point, Paulus to the bench, Elliott Williams to the starting lineup. NCAA March Madness On Demand is streamlining every game from the NCAA Championship online for free. Watch any game from the tournament live at ncaa.com. Here's Paulus. 2 minutes in the win over Texas. On the floor and an immediate spark for Duke. They need some more.
That's
there's the problem.
Well, you know, it's interesting, the location. I don't know, you blame Paulus because it went out of bounds. Right. Maybe somebody should have been down. They had one in the corner deep and out on the wing on this penetration. See what I mean, Vern? Like, yes. maybe this should be down here. Not, you know, it's one of those deals where they work on it, but throwing to someone very important when you're trying to make a comeback, not between teammates.
That's only 7 turnovers on Duke and 7 on Villanova, and a foul is called.
Nolan Smith, number 3 is
That's 3. Henderson's got 3, Smith 3, Lance Thomas 3.
It's a little bit frustrating. Scotty Reynolds veers in, and he knows how to make contact. You've got to give ground and regain position. Nolan did not.
Reggie Redding will inbound, guarded by Paulus. Here's Corey Fisher, number 10.
Going over so many handlers. Very tough look at this.
Oh, wow.
And the gambling outside. How about that look, huh? Solid play by Dwayne Anderson.
Anderson with the feed, and it's an 11-point game.
Duke's got to be more basic, I think. Don't gamble outside. They're giving up layups at the end.
Shire, Cunningham with a block.
Relentless.
Redding for 3. Nope.
Look at this hustle.
How about the follow?
Well, those harsh rebounds are the advantage of the offensive team. No question about the effort and hustle right now of Jay Wright's guys. Just extraordinary. And look at them trying to get organized on offense. It's a struggle.
From the corner, in and out. Another rebound for the Wildcats. Corey Fisher, Singler from behind, the trap, and a foul.
They're getting a little bit frustrated right now. I believe that's number 4 if they give it to Henderson. But not giving up on any plays, Vern. This one, Shire thought he had positioned himself beautifully. And Cunningham with the swipe from the rear. Just a terrific heads-up play. In the long one, you can just see the attack, the adjustment with the left.
It is on Henderson. It is his fault. Subak is back on the floor. Elliott Williams as well.
They're piling them up. They had an advantage. That one on Williams.
Elliott Williams with his foul. That's 5 on Duke.
5 team fouls.
Singler, steal. Anderson back, off the glass and good.
Smart play, not fouling.
Shire with a full court pressure. Now Williams. Kick in the corner. Shane Clark.
Step up and under. See, that's the problem when you press a team with so many handlers and decision makers and finishers. They can make you pay, damage you. And mentally, this impact is extraordinary right now because you're giving all this energy and giving up layups and opportunities for 3-point plays, Vern.
Shane Clark at the line.
And Villanova, I'm sure they didn't think they'd be chest bumping this early. I know it's a long way to go. You get back in it slowly now if you're Duke.
14-point margin.
Get some good shots, run your offense. Automatic switch on that diagonal.
Shire. Finally.
They won't stop, though. Quick timeout by Mike.
And the timeout is called by Duke with 13:08 to go in the ball game. First half, prominent Villanova defense, but in this half, Villanova 9 of 12, and they're driving to the basket.
And Vern, the blow-bys are there. They really don't have to run any offense. They just put it on the deck. You can see the assistant's not there. Usually they'll pinch better than they have to. They've just broken down on containing the bounce, and that can be devastating to the psyche of your team. But right now, I think they've got to be basic in their man defense as well, Duke. And don't make it easier for Villanova to score. What an organization Villanova's had today. Oh, just amazing.
Here's Fisher. Stokes.
Got to go the other way. He thought he was going to dupe the official in. D-U-P-E.
A Duke. Wallace. That one's tipped out of bounds. Scotty Reynolds getting ready to come back on the floor for Jay Wright's Villanova Wildcats.
And from the get-go, the switching defense has been a major issue for Duke. They've been able to really split it with the dribble or slip it with the bigs.
Wallace. Shire has hit 2 field goals in the ball game. Zubak wants it inside. Stolen. And they got Paulus with a cheapie.
Well, that's the time of the game you don't want to cough it up or have those. Get some shots. He knows it. Hard-nosed kid, tough competitor. And right here, once you give it up, of course, the giveaway just to make sure they don't get the other way.
Fisher goes to the line, and the bonus in effect. Now he shoots 1 and 1.
You know, we always tease Jay about the outfit and the good looks. George Clooney looks like, I think, right? and there's a lot more besides the suit and the good looks, let me tell you.
I'll tell you who he doesn't look like. Rolly Massimino.
Maybe the shoes do, but the amazing preparation that they've had for this game has got a long way to go, but he didn't want to change anything. He didn't want to go into jump stops so they don't charge. Just play comfortable, and they certainly have.
You see a lot of Rolly down in Florida, and Billy Cunningham, Chuck Daly.
Those are his boys.
Yes.
And Jay speaks to them, too, about the basketball, so he's got a wealth of knowledge from guys who've been extremely successful as players and coaches. Not much going right. You can see the coordination of the defense, just a hand slap there, always deflecting, very alert.
Oh, yes.
Double pump, kid stuff. He loves the lane, too. He and Reynolds together are just a tough combo to guard against.
You know, this thing is almost developing a sense of inevitability. Gosh, Villanova has dominated at both ends now. Here's Zubak, travel.
Will spin out. They can't afford trips without shots, but he is a floater, Fisher. He has the ability to hang in the lane, and he's got a body like Fisher, I might add.
You know, it's why I listen so carefully.
He's a well-built kid.
Oh, boy. That's quite a tribute in this economic climate.
Well, we're rooting for everybody. Nice defense.
You bet we are. Here's Shire. Oh, he had a man left. Wow.
And a nice defensive play by Reynolds. Didn't foul. Put the body in the way, and you're right. A little give back would have been a deuce.
Ooh, why not? That's why not.
That's one of those, might get you out of the game, too.
How would you enjoy a seat over here?
Enjoy your little time with me. But Jimmy does give them the freedom, though. Not a good judgment that trip.
Smith. Zubak with a tip and good.
Clark at a disadvantage size-wise. Didn't stick his guy, Zubak. Duke backing up a little bit more now. Not as much energy defensively.
Reynolds, pump fake.
Space.
Nolan Smith for Duke for the rebound.
Plenty of time here, though, Vern.
Absolutely.
It's just getting your legs, your confidence.
Yeah, I just had a feeling that it was about to slip south for Duke. They can get some kind of energetic response. There's Williams.
Well, he really attacked that. He can explode to that left hand.
Wildcats leading Duke with 10:41 to go in the ball game.
Greg Gumbel in New York, in Glendale, Memphis, still trying to come back against the Missouri Tigers. Robert Dozier, 2 of his 17 points. But right now, Missouri leads at 83-70, under 7.5 to play. Vernon Raft, back to you.
All right, Greg, thank you. And the Duke Blue Devils trailed by 14. They are down right now, 14, 10:41 to go. Williams at the line.
Yeah, it's interesting. I thought Duke played a little better now, backing off the defense,
right,
and just playing sound versus extending with all the pressure, because I think that just explodes this Villanova team, particularly on the perimeter.
Duke 9 of 13 at the line right now. Here's Singler out, Thomas back in. Williams shoots one more.
You got to have fresh bodies. I think that's that move too. I think you'll see Henderson. I see him standing over there at some point. Save him for a little bit longer.
Henderson on the bench with 4 fouls and 0 for 7 from the field tonight. And he averages 17 points per game.
And he to me is the one guy that can lead. You know, he's so talented.
Yes.
Can do such tough matchup, and with him struggling, a lot more pressure on Shire. And there's Singler.
Ready? Pena. Scotty Reynolds. Nope. Look at this. Look at the follow, and the foul's going to be on Thomas.
Yeah, what anticipation. Is that number 5, Vern?
I believe it is.
2 fouls on number 42, Lance Thomas.
It's 4.
Okay. But a good pursuit again by Cunningham. Undersized center, just gives everything he has. I mean, what a year he has provided Villanova and their fans. Extraordinary effort. Consistent from the first game all year long.
Henderson back on, so is Kyle Singler, Williams, and Zubek on the bench for Duke. And Cunningham at the line. Villanova 10 for 10 at the line. Among other highlights.
Yeah, they've done a lot of things right. And covering 2 when they extend that defense. They don't give you a layup. Pretty. Right away.
And 1.
Well, Singler has stepped up. I think that's his 5th goal, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yes, that's correct.
Just from a struggling first half, showing what he has inside of him. I just like the way this kid plays. Little kids. What a big fella from Oregon. The ability to blow by at that size, and he can run that perimeter. He's tough to keep up with.
3rd foul on Redding. Dwayne Anderson back on the floor for Villanova. Cunningham will get a rest. So it's Reynolds and Fisher in the backcourt. Redding, Anderson, and Antonio Pena.
Wow, it's getting deeper. He shouldn't be settling now. Run the offense, get going. Ball reversal, you got Shire. There you go.
Shire's now 2 of 14.
And they're chatting now. Fisher held Singler, who got great inside position. Think of Oregon. We got Kevin Love, Chapman at Texas,
right?
All from the state, all 6'10" or more. And you just see the check out with the hands, and that's it's tough to jump and elevate when somebody's got your jersey. Unless it's a tearaway.
It's just tough to jump and elevate for some of us ever. Here's Singler. Ready.
Villanova doesn't have to be in a hurry, you know. And that helps the opponent.
Yes.
You know, just pick them up empty.
Well, they can get it to single digits now with this possession. Henderson, he's 0 for 8.
Yeah, he's forcing a little bit. Look at this steal by Singler to go the other way. And Mike saying it was the same time, and a free ball. A terrific read by Singler, who almost came up with it. Taking bad shots and foul problems. Huh? Look at this, Vern.
4. Henderson, Thomas, both with 4. And you've got 4 players with 3 each. And Scotty Reynolds at the line.
Villanova for the year, 74% as a team. That's pretty darn good.
Still perfect at the line in this one. Reynolds with 1 ball.
They're giving Duke hope, though, don't you think?
Yes, I do.
I mean, rushing shots, and Duke get a little run going, get a couple of stops. Because Villanova extends the defense now, and they keep recovering, which is sensational. Don't give up an easy one. Cover the rim.
Wow, that's Singler.
That's deep. And that helps Villanova now. And a run out.
Here's Reynolds. See if they're patient with this possession. Oh, my goodness. No,
he couldn't get them together fast enough. Nice blow by Redding. Now that's much more patience. Look at him using the floor.
Back outside, spot up 3.
That's gorgeous. That is great analysis.
At the other end, Henderson still with...
Look at the numbers, right?
No field goals, yes. Fisher.
That's his shot right there.
Here comes Gerald Henderson. 8:18 to go.
Go up, nice kick. Singer gets a, but he was ready.
Shire.
Well, he hasn't had many without a hand in his face, has he? A nice find by Smith. Derek's son, terrific guy. Passed away a few years ago. A giveaway there, not a good one, huh?
That's the 3rd cheap foul picked up by Nolan Smith. 7:58 to go in this one. How about this Reggie Redding 3-pointer? 13, largest lead in the game has been 16. They were up by 3 at the half. And their defense has been outstanding.
The response is incredible. Yeah. I mean, they've just taken it to Duke, forced some tough shots, and that tells you something when your mainstay is struggling with 2 points, 0 for 9.
Anderson, who averages 17, has yet to hit one from the field in this ball game. And at the line, where Villanova is 12 for 12. There you go. I did it again.
Do you think he ever sweats, by the way, Jay? I mean, but I didn't mean Fisher. I mean, he looks so. So he just looks like a mannequin half the time. You know? Picture perfect. It's envy, I admit.
I thought I was going to go there, but I thought, nah, it's unseemly.
Scoring quick is now the key and getting good ones for Duke. Oh boy, again, McClure makes the cut. And the breakdown, I'm very unaccustomed to.
Yeah.
And so is this gentleman, one of the premier coaches in the land. It does happen.
Well, they come in, they won 10 of their last 11. That loss was, of course, to North Carolina. Lost twice to North Carolina this year, but 10 of 11 since their loss here in Boston, D.C.
What a save.
Fisher. McClure. Shot puts it to Shire. Singler wants it and gets it.
Nice extra pass and deflection by Fisher.
Paulus is going to come back on the floor for Duke. Replacing Elliott Williams. And for Villanova, Reggie Redding is coming back on the floor.
It can be confusing to play a Villanova team. I mean, Mike's team switches, but they do it such a consistent way. I mean, they don't mind having a little guy. Some guys switch 1 through 3. Right. All those small positions, the small forward guards. Other guys will go 1. This team goes 1 through 5. They don't mind. Oh, boy. That was all the way down.
That kind of typifies the night for Duke. Well and back out. 7 to go. Reynolds, nope. Rebound, Singler. Shire. He's got Paulus to the left. Pull-up jumper for 3.
Well, getting 2 of them now. Good, clean looks. I don't know why Villanova's in such a hurry, though, Vern. You know, it's you know, you want to No,
Boy, wouldn't you milk it for a while?
Well, unless it's a breakaway where no one was there, but good, clean looks. And, you know, again, Villanova has challenged a lot of shots, but some of the premier shooters that we have seen, Shire consistently has been able to ring the bell. Great run down the stretch the last 11 games, and nothing going right for Mike.
Corey Stokes at the line. Well, two of your leaders on this ball club, Gerald Henderson, John Shire. Look at, for the evening, 3 of 25.
And of course, you build on that, Vern, as you well know. I mean, it builds the confidence for the rest of the people. They help other guys play better. If they can't ring the bell, it stays at that uncertain level.
Well, 3 of 25. Is that a product of ineffective offense by Duke or great defense by Villanova?
Well, it's always a combination, don't you think? I mean, I think great challenge, particularly early on shots. And late now, they've been getting better looks and just done, you know, the bad rattlers coming in and out.
Anderson picks up his 4th.
Again, I think this is still gettable.
Do you?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you get 2 threes, you're back in the hunt. The clock stops there. You get 2 here with a very good free throw shooter. 72%.
Medford, Oregon. Bill was mentioning that group of great, must be the trees.
Yeah.
Beautiful state. Singler, one more.
I had a chance to get up there last year at MacArthur Court. What a great experience. Oh, magnificent.
You know,
it is beautiful country, too.
MacArthur Court is one of the older arenas of gymnasium. That's not an arena. It's a gym.
Excuse me.
And it reminds me of the Palestra in ways, you know.
Much so.
It's one of those great places you should, if you're in our business, you ought to be lucky enough to do a game there at least once. Monday on CBS, an agent goes from cop to criminal on an unforgettable new CSI Miami. Monday on CBS, America's most watched network.
And I learned a little French when I was up in Oregon. Pinot Noir. It comes in handy. There's a rich region for that.
Yes, I do.
That's the limit of my French, I think.
I've heard rumors of that. Not that I can personally testify to it. Long 6 minutes for Jay Wright.
Yeah, it is. It is. You know, as you mentioned, the free throws, they make them. They're consistent. And Duke wants some scats at attack.
Shire. Little pump fake, whips it, right side, Polis.
Which way are they going? Well, they got a shove. Henderson ended up out of bounds, I believe. That's the one thing you don't want to do if you're Villanova.
Yeah.
Touch anybody looking on the disbelief.
That's the 3rd on Cunningham. Jay Wright.
Well, you mentioned Chuck Daly. I think Chuck taught this guy how to dress. Eddie Warbucks always looks sharp.
Yes.
Multicolored. Always in form. GQ look.
You're a dear, dear friend of Chuck's, and I consider him a dear friend. I was lucky enough to work with him. And the one thing he taught me that I'll never forget, you can never look bad in a blue suit.
Well, some evenings we could violate that edict.
Chuck battling cancer, and Mike Krzyzewski took the time to call him last week. Chuck very appreciative of that.
Well, right now they're doing a good job scrambling and forcing a quick jack. It doesn't go down. These are the ones they got to get, though. Now you got to bring it out and run something.
Yep. No, instead they crank it. Well, why not?
What do I know? That changes the setup. That's it. Oh, goodness. Put it away if you're Villanova. Look at the foot speed to cover one of the premier pull-up guys. McClure does a nice job on the glass.
Henderson.
Get in.
And Singler got an elbow in the chin.
And Cunningham, they're going the other way. Cunningham gets the chance to shoot a couple. Well, you really feel for Gerald, don't you?
Oh, goodness.
And Scotty, milk the clock, Scotty. All right, Coach. He's a gunslinger, isn't he?
Goodness.
Get out of Virginia.
Number 33,
Almost went to Oklahoma there. Kevin Sampson, leaving for Indiana, opted for the main line.
Cunningham with one more. 5:32 to go.
Now, we all know about Duke's rich tradition. Villanova's got a pretty darn good one, too. A lot of great coaches. Jack Kraft, you mentioned Rowley. Steve Lapis was there as well. And, of course, Jay's just done a phenomenal job.
Henderson, McClure, Paulus, Henderson.
Yes.
He's now 1 for 12.
I like that. It shows you something.
5:18 to go. Krzyzewski calls timeout. Let's go back to Greg Gumbel in New York.
All right, Vern. Meanwhile, they're also in a timeout in Glendale, where Missouri is leading Memphis by a score of 93-85, a minute 24 to play. Greg, we were looking at this game and saw how Missouri refuses to take time off the clock. They've been doing what they've been doing all night long.
They really have. They've allowed Memphis to kind of get back into it by basically lengthening the game. The fact that they don't try to pull it out and run some clock is...
Greg, thank you. 5:18 to go here. And Gerald Henderson's three has got the margin to 15.
And Greg Anthony will be saying the same thing about this game. They're
Yes.
Villanova not
Exactly.
taking the plug out a little bit and getting good ones.
Now let's see if they run some
I was
clock.
just thinking the same thing after the chance to meet with the boss. And I don't mean Springsteen.
5 minutes remaining.
Yeah, no question about it. Now you got to run your stuff right away.
Under 10. Singler's there defending.
Oh, look at that little entry. Too easy, huh? And what a shape up by Cunningham to bail Reynolds out. The glove on the shooting hand of Reynolds didn't inhibit his ability to find his partner in the lane. How about this? And what a tough break for Duke. Little kiss at the end. And Cunningham can pound it deep and yet stick the long jumper as well.
Dante Cunningham at the line. 14 points and 10 rebounds. Henderson. Shire for three.
That's one of the few times he's been wide open like that.
Here's Reynolds. Pull-up jumper.
He's amazing, though. He is a gamer. Now, that was a good shot, by the way. You know, 10-footer. They didn't go out and play him. Paulus wide open.
Reynolds gets out. Shane Clark, little reach in.
Why are you fouling?
That does stop the clock, I think, according to the rules, right?
No question. Jay leaving to some of his guys to come on down.
Oh. Shane Clark is fouled out. That's his fifth. Must seem like a long time ago for Duke. They jumped out to a 5-0 lead. Villanova responded with 11 in a row. That was to begin the game. And the Wildcats were up by 3 at the break. That first half personified by the, or typified by the defensive action of Villanova. Then they came out of the gate in the second half, hit 9 of 12, and they really haven't looked back.
And you had mentioned a couple of shot clock violations, but also leading shot clocks getting bad shots or tough shots under duress. And it was just extraordinary the way Villanova took the defense to Duke. And then conversely, the dribble drive and creativity of these perimeter guys of Villanova just handled so much of the Duke defense, which mystifies people frequently.
1 of 2 for John Shire. And an 18-point margin with 4:13 to go. Pitt has already advanced. Villanova trying to get into the Elite Eight, and a rematch with Pitt. They defeated Pitt 67-57 in their only meeting in Big East play this year. Redding.
And not going too deep. Okay, you missed, but you used some clock.
Yeah.
And no charge.
Shire.
Again, well, he said that happened a few times.
How about Redding's play?
Heads up. Singler still hustles, though. Love him.
3:42 to go in regulation. Villanova up by 18 points, hoping to get into the Elite Eight. Man, a rematch. How about the Big East this year, Bill?
Unbelievable what they've been able to do. When you think of it, you know, you got UConn, right?
Right.
Villanova. Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
How about that? Louisville and Syracuse.
That's just tonight.
Yeah.
Louisville plays tomorrow night. Syracuse, Oklahoma play tomorrow night. Any lingering arguments about the strength of the strongest conference? Oof. Not this year.
Well, you know, it's amazing. It shows come tournament time, no matter what league it is, don't you? I mean, for better or worse.
Singler. There's Cunningham. Paulus. Henderson. And the long night continues for Gerald Henderson Jr.
Scotty doesn't need this one. Well, they've been so good and so solid, Vern. He wants to get to the rim here.
Well, the tip's not good. Corey Stokes grimaces as he comes across the timeline.
Oh, he had him beat two on the cross. I thought Shire.
Duke is 15 of 56.
Wow.
15 of 57.
Just totally empty.
At the break, they were shooting 27%.
Where are you going, Scotty, now?
2.5 to go. Rattled it home from the corner, Corey Stokes.
That's his game. Got some range. He can get on runs. But I'm shocked, Vern. Simply because I really was impressed watching this Duke team come down the stretch. Mike got so much out of so many people. Nice back cut. And a good look, Shire to Singler. This I didn't expect.
No. Chevrolet players of the game, Dante Cunningham, 14 and 11. Kyle Singler with 13 points. He's been the only effective offensive weapon that Duke was able to find tonight. They are our Chevrolet players of the game. All right. This is the 11th time these two teams have played. The last Villanova win, December 20th, 1958 in the Palestra. And that year, the leading rebounder for Villanova. I got your curiosity up.
Jack Devine. No, it was George Raveling. Okay.
Very good.
Yeah, the Rav. George ended up being an assistant coach there later on. With Lefty at Marlin.
Previous low, unless they get toward it here at the end, was 30.8 against Clemson. And as Bill said earlier, a combination of this tenacious Villanova defense and just ineffective ability to score points.
Yeah, didn't get their stuff, didn't run their stuff.
It's been a Big East tournament so far. Pena and a foul. 1:54 remaining. Jay Wright's team got into the Elite Eight in 2006. They were defeated ultimately in the regional final by Florida, national champion.
There's a great mutual respect by both these coaches, and when it's all over, it's just so tough to deal with when the end occurs.
Well, two teams from the Big East. We mentioned earlier they played once. Here's Singler out, Henderson out. 67-57. Villanova won that Big East encounter, the only game played between the two.
And Vern, just looking over the bench when these players came out, just the classiest guy, Mike, patting them, appreciates what they've done, the hard work it takes.
Here's Smith. Gets it up and in. Marty Posh's getting ready to come on the floor here in the final 90 seconds or so. Next dead ball. Final score out of Glendale, Arizona. Missouri once with Missouri and UConn in that regional final on Saturday. And Jay Wright's going to bring you starters over to the bench.
I think they're doing that continual play, which is very sportsmanlike. Zubek out of the game, thought he did a nice job. And the guy that he admires, because Redding does so much for this team.
The only two seniors, Greg McClure and Greg Paulus, on the floor now. This one has been all Villanova. They're up by 19 with 1:15 to go. Welcome those of you who just watched the Missouri Tigers advance to get ready to take on UConn. Off the glass, no. Tip is good.
How about that?
Frank Tweesey gets the basket here with less than a minute remaining. Villanova ball.
The disappointment obvious, and for good reason too. You know, when you didn't play as well as obviously you would like, and the team came already ripping out of the gate. Villanova, good game plan, solid. Defense was very confusing, very inhibiting.
Oleg Chiz, that's Greg Paulus's final game of his career. Senior out of Syracuse on the bench. David McClure is still on the floor. 42 seconds to go. Corey Stokes. Half a minute until Villanova advances to the regional final, back in the Elite Eight. First time since 2006. Tweesey gets another one.
Two, huh? Big Frank. And Williams likes that left. He's going to have to learn how to go the other way, too. Very talented kid.
77-54. And the Wildcats advance. Here's a steal at the end. No basket. Wave it off. 77-54. A dominating performance for the Villanova Wildcats. Villanova wins it. Greg Gumbel will be along after this message.
Welcome back to New York, everyone. Here's what's on tap in the regional semifinals tomorrow. Arizona and the top seed in the Midwest, Louisville, at 7:07 from Indianapolis. From Memphis, it'll be Syracuse and Oklahoma. And then the second games of the evening, Kansas and Michigan State from Indy, and from Memphis, Gonzaga against the top seed in the South, North Carolina. Road to the Final Four, powered by Pontiac, comes your way at 3 p.m. Eastern Time on Saturday. And then the first game will be Glendale, Missouri against UConn at 4:40 p.m. Eastern Time, tipping at 7:05 out of Boston, the East Regional Final, Villanova and Pittsburgh. We remind you, for a recap of all the day's madness, check out NCAA March Madness highlights, powered by Pontiac. Coming up next on the CBS College Sports Network, the new pulse of college sports. Coming up from most of you tonight on The Late Show with David Letterman. Dave has U2, plus How I Met Your Mother's Jason Segel. And then Eva Longoria Parker is Craig's guest on The Late Late Show with Craig Ferguson after your local news. 4 regional semifinal games down, 4 more to go. We will resume the madness Friday night at 7 Eastern Time. We will see you then. For Greg Anthony and Seth Davis, I'm Greg Gumbel. So long, everyone.